Now then guys, welcome back to Strasz Gaming. I'm Luke and this is Football Manager 2020 with my Harrogate Road to Glory. And things, I think, are picking up. We have scored 9 goals in 2 games. That's right, 9 goals in 2 games. Let's just have a look, see what we've been doing. So obviously, last time out, it was Bristol Rovers in the Carabao Cup, which we won on penalties. We lost 4-2 against Stoke in the league. But then we followed that up by a 7-4 victory against Blackburn. And it's one of these games that we've scored 7 goals, yeah, but we conceded 4. It wasn't great in it. But they were bottom of the league. It was fun. It was a fun game. I'm kind of wishing I recorded that. But then I thought we followed it up against Huddersfield. Mid-table they were, 2-0. They did get a sending off in the 70th minute. We kept a clean sheet. Leighton Stewart and Anthony getting on the score sheet. They're on the score sheet for the 7-0, by the way. There was an own goal. Anthony scored. Leighton Stewart scored 2. Bird scored 1. McDonald scored 1. And Tyree Shade scored 1 as well. It was quite fun. It really was. So we're back here today. We've got the third round of the Carabao Cup against West Brom, who are in the Premier League. And I think they're sitting 18th in the Premier League at the minute. So in the relegation zones, only 3 points. On a bit of a poor run of form, you'd say. So probably there's a chance for us to maybe nick a result. We'll see. And then we've got Derby in the league that are 16th. The league table looks a little bit like this. With this couple of wins we've had in the league, we've moved up into 18th place on 10 points. We've now slowly got a 6-point gap from West Ham and Middlesbrough. So this is what we want. We just want to be building up, get a solid mid-table finish. Last season, it was just a bit of a fluke at the beginning. We were up there, we were winning games, but we shouldn't have been winning. But anyway, enough said about that. We're going to jump straight into this game, and this is how we're going to be lining up against West Brom. We've got Jean-Luc in goal because obviously he's the youngster, only because McGee's injured, so he's done all right so far. We've got Brie on the right. I'm trying McDonald at centre-back, and it's working. It really is. I know we've got Endhall, who played all last season. He's the youngster. He's got loads of potential to come. He played 38 games for us last season, scored 4 goals, almost a 7 rating. Did, in my mind, really, really well. His report-wise, he's just as good for a League 2 player at the minute. So McDonald is probably a better option at centre-back at the minute, with Williams next to him. Book him on the left-hand side. Obviously, we've got Shildon, who's suspended with the yellow card. He's had the red card. So he's not had a great start to the season with an injury as well. Bird is the ball-winning midfielder, with Moles and Hayes together. Obviously, Moles and Hayes not really got the link together, but they should do it all right. Pilkington, Anthony, and then Stewart up top. I want them to give us a good game. I really do. I want us to go out there and hopefully get a win. It would be nice if we could move into the 4th round of the Cup just to get a bit of form into us. Again, money is a thing for us as well. Further on we get in Cups, the more money we get. Obviously not as much money in the Carabao Cup that you do in the FA Cup, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, though, we just don't get smashed. There we go. So, Stewart picks the ball up. First highlight for ourselves. Anthony down the wing. Can he do anything with it? Pulls it in, has the shot. Gunn makes the save. And we haven't really had the possession. I haven't changed anything with the tactic as well. We're still on attacking. We're still going to go at them. We are at home. Why not just go at them? They're a Premier League club in a cup game where anything can happen. I don't see why you'd sit back and try and defend. You'd go try and play your own game instead of just trying to change it up for one match. You might as well just keep playing the same tactic, and your team will just eventually get good at it. I'm pleased. I'm happy with performance. It's 0-0 at half-time. Hopefully, the second half, we can get them to penalties, and then penalties is anyone's game. Right, corner kick comes in. No one actually wins it. Williams picks the ball up. Cross comes over to McDonald. Back to Bird. We're now playing it back to the keeper. We are playing the ball quite nicely. Williams picks it up, plays it back to Bakuna. Anthony plays it into Stewart. Stewart's there. Stewart, thought he was going to get the goal. I really did. It's another corner kick. Comes in. I need to, again, probably play around with the set piece setting, especially for corners. I think that's where we can probably capitalise on a little bit. I'm going to make a couple of changes. Pilkington's not having a great game, nor is Anthony, but I'm going to bring on Tyree Shade on this left-hand side, bringing him on inside forward on attack. We'll do that, and I'm just thinking, have I got... I'm just going to put McDonald there, and then I'm going to bring on Joe Endall on. I've got that other loney defensive midfielder that I probably should put on the bench at some point, but we'll do that for now. Endall can come on. I don't really like changing the centre-backs mid-game, but I just wanted to change the defensive midfielder. Pilkington's probably going to be the other one to come off for the other guy that I can't, is it Wilkes? I think is that Loney that we've got on. And as things tick along, what is Connor Pilkington's penalty taking like? Oh, that's what I'm thinking of at the minute. Penalties. Where is penalties? Penalty taking 6. So yeah, we'll take you off. I think he's having a poor game anyway, so Pilkington can come off. We'll bring on Wilkes. What's his penalty taking? Penalty taking 10. That's fine. Raphael, penalty taking is 4. So yeah, you're not coming on. There we go. And again, you'd want to be an inside forward as well. So we'll do as an inverted winger instead. We don't have 2 inside forwards on the pitch. That'll do. It looks like it's going to be 0-0. I'll take 0-0 if it does. And if we lose on penalties, we lose on penalties. So we'll see how it goes. And it is penalties. And that will do. It really will. Penalties. Let's see how we get on. Right, first penalty kick comes in. And they miss. They missed the penalty. Sorry, I got distracted on the other screen. Moles. No, it's another one that's saved, unfortunately. Come on, guys. We had the chance to go ahead then in the penalties. We really did. Right, Hayes, come on. You need to score this now. We don't want to go behind. As long as we keep it level. There we go. 1-1 on penalties. They score theirs. I hate penalties. I really do. They do go on just like forever. Right, Wilkes. The sub that I've just brought on to take the penalty pretty much. Scores it. Luckman for West Brom. Go on, miss it. Miss it or make a save keeper. One of the two. Doesn't he? Puts it into that bottom corner, unfortunately. McDonald step up to take his penalty. Oh, 2 poor penalties at the beginning. McDonald scores his. It's all down to there. Come on. If he misses this now and we score, we go through. And there's the save. The keeper's made the save. Are we about to knock West Brom out on penalties? So Williams, the defender, the Loney again that we've... Well, no, he's not Loney. He's actually... We signed him, didn't we? So he's coming on today. Come on today. He's coming up to take the penalty. If he scores it, we win. The keeper makes a save. Straight at the keeper. So now it's sudden death. And just this anyone's game. It really is with penalties. And first one goes in. Bree's coming up to take our next penalty. And I'm just worried about how we're going to do it. I really am. Bree steps up. We get knocked out on penalties. It is what it is when it comes to penalties, unfortunately. And we're out. I'm just going to say unlucky, boys. It would have been nice to win there. I just think they did well. I probably should have just praised them. But I will take that. I really will. I think losing out on penalties is not a bad thing. If that was a league game, you'd take that as a 0-0 draw. You really would. So we'll get into this Derby game and see how we get on in the league against Derby. So then here we are then, guys, for the game against Derby. Again, it's going to be the same team that's just played against West Brom. No change. The only thing I brought on James Pearson on the bench. Unfortunately, I know he's injured actually. He's not going onto the bench. We'll put Raphael back on. I didn't realise he had a bit of a knock. So he'll start playing probably just because we're playing McDonald at centre back. So we'll just jump in and just see how we get on. Mario that we've got have been playing in the kind of bit deeper role. That because he's an attacking playmaker, we can't get that role to work. I've tried at the beginning of the season, it just didn't work for us. So changed it to the 4-3-3. It seems to be doing all right. So we'll just have to see how we get on and just play Mario in that position alongside Hayes as well and Moles. The 3 midfielders definitely have got a big role to play this season, especially Moles as well. He's been here for a while, and I just think he's definitely made the step up. It would be nice to see if we do get to the Premier League eventually, Moles still being around. I doubt he will do. Or maybe get a bit of a money sale for him. I don't know. We'll see. But first highlight is coming from us from a corner kick. And we've started promisingly. Derby are 16th. They're above us in the league. So again, it's a good kind of judge. The mid-table, probably going to be a goal here. It's not. We got lucky there. We really did. But again, these teams, as it stands at the minute, it's only early on in the season still, but I'm guessing like Derby, Huddersfield, Brentford, Bolton, they're the teams we need to kind of be around. Obviously Blackburn, the Crystal Palace, you'd think they'd be a bit further up in the league. But again, I just want to get the points on the board. I think, 50 points I said? And then we've survived. That's the main thing at the minute. It's just try and survive, get survival in, and then build up to get towards the playoff positions. Bree comes in, gets the cross in. Stewart almost goes close with the goal. We were definitely looking at a better attacking team the past couple of games that we've played, so it's nice to see. And like I say, it's just building the team up, getting experience into the youngsters, and then hopefully not changing too many players. That's what I want to try and do. And I've got a lot of loanees in, which I don't mind the loanee players, but what I want to try and do is bring some of them in permanently, and then we don't have to rely too many on these loan signings, and we'll kind of just build the squad from that, and then just slowly just edging a couple of players here and there in the seasons, just to try and build us to get to the Premier League. And then once we're there, if we get promoted to the Premier League and get relegated again, it wouldn't be the worst thing for us, I don't think, but it'd be nice. I'm thinking, obviously, this is a couple of seasons' time. We're not going to get promoted this season. Maybe next. I don't know. I'm hoping we can do all right, especially if the team continues to grow, obviously, with the players that we've got, with the potential they're showing. Hopefully, they start to reach that potential soon. But again, that's down to the training facilities. And Pilkington's in. Pilkington gets the goal. Connor Pilkington scores. And it's all obviously down to the staff that we've got in the club as well. So I've been starting to look at changing the staff around, getting better coaches in, training facilities we need to look at. Did ask to put a bit more into youth as well. That's a good goal from Pilkington, just to get the youth intakes in a little bit more. I want to look at the youth and bring in a decent amount of youth players that we can use eventually. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a couple of changes, I think. Stewart's going to come off. Lopez is going to come on. And I think Moles for Mario. Again, do you know what? Moles is been playing as a box-to-box, deep line playmaker when he's really should be a box-to-box midfielder. I'm going to put you as a box-to-box. Just swap you around. Hayes and then Mario on. I do need to remember to change that because we've got two playmakers next to each other. It does seem to be working, but Moles is not having a great start of the season, so maybe just putting him as a box-to-box. We'll see how it is. I need to make another change, but we are 1-0 up. What are we going to do? Thinking just conditioning-wise. We'll bring on this Roger Snape. It might be a bad thing because he's not really good enough to be in the squad. He's like a Lasley. He's only here because he's homegrown at the club. And this is where we probably concede a goal because of the sub that I've just made. Hopefully that's not the case. And I regret it instantly, actually. I don't know why I've done that. He's only there just to make up numbers on the bench. I don't like going in with 6 subs. You might as well have them all on if we can. Are we going to get a goal? Pilkington going for his second goal. Snape has just come on. Hopefully he doesn't do him anything terrible. He doesn't. But Pilkington, though, wins the corner. 4 minutes to go, or 5 minutes to go. Ball whipped in. Just end the highlight, please. We are attacking. We really are going for it. Pushing forward. Hayes in. Anthony's there. Anthony gets the goal. Wins us the game for us. 2-0. Again, this is what we want to see. We're up to 13 points now in the league, and we're slowly just getting started, which is good. Anthony picks up a good finish from him. It's his 3rd goal of the season already. He needs to start picking his game up as well, and I think he will do. I think this season is going to be good for us. 2-0. Yes, we got knocked out of the cup, but that was a good league win, and that's what we need to start doing, is building the league up. That's what we need to do. Competition-wise, we'll have a quick look at the league table. We end in 17th place, so we've moved up a place, 13 points, but all importantly, we've got a nice gap on the bottom 3. That's all we're thinking of. We're not actually, to be honest with you, we're not that far off the automatic promotion spot, so obviously it's a long way off. Leighton Stewart, though, he's back. Obviously last season he got a really big injury, but he's back. He's there. Top goal scorers. He really is in there. Average height rating and Pilkington. So we have got some good players. Yes, they're on loans. I'd love to sign Leighton Stewart permanently, but we'll just see how we get on. So when are we going to come back next? I'm going to play quite a bit. I think I'm going to come back in November, play the Sunderland and QPR game. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a bit of football now, get the season moving on a little bit. We've had a couple of close episodes near each other, so now we're knocked out of the cup. We might as well get on, just get through. So I'll play through the whole of October. We'll come back. We'll do Crystal Palace. Oh no, we won't. We'll do Sunderland and QPR in the next one, and then hopefully we should be somewhere near enough looking like we're going to survive this season. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you are new and you've made it all the way to this end of this video and you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe, like the video. I should probably really start saying this at the beginning of the video, but really does help. So guys, I really obviously do appreciate everything you've done for the channel so far. Hopefully it can just keep growing in how we're doing it. And yeah, wherever you are, hope you're staying safe. Take it easy, and I'll see you in a bit.